body surface as we go to the start of moto number 1. Well, the leaders make it uphill number 1, but a lot of the competitors further down the field get stuck in the mud. And John van der Beek there on bike number 3 is one of those caught up in the chaos as they go up the first incline. The leaders get away clean, but somebody goes down there in 4th position, and he hits Ronald Diepold. He manages to just keep it going there in the center of your frame, and then after that the carnage continued. And so because of that accident, there's going to be a restart. An injury there to one of the riders who went down in that melee, and the conditions really getting worse by the minute here as the rain comes thundering down. And in fact, the organisers decided that because of the worsening conditions, hill number 1 had just become too difficult, with the pack bunched up there just a couple of 100 meters from the starting grid, and they brought out the digger to smooth down the track as we restart moto number 1. Alessandro Putar, who has been indomitable this season on bike number 71, is first away. Alessandro Putar from Italy leads, and this time they're all away bar one. There he goes, race leader, Putar. Then it's Pekka Fekkonen from Finland in 2nd place. Jamie Dobbs going well. Dave Strybos currently in 5th place. Overall championship leader, number 71, the Italian Putar. Alessandro Putar, who's won this season in Finland. He's won on sand, and now he's proving that a true champion can win on any surface. Well, this is more like midwinter here. Would you believe this is high summer in France? And the conditions are atrocious. And in fact, it was too much for Dave Strybos, number 90, one of the leaders in the championship. Too much mud out there for Strybos, and he looked for the pits and said, no way, I've had enough. Strybos coming in, then retiring. And that put Jamie Dobbs up into 3rd place. Diepold, the German, was in 4th, but they're all tracing this man, Alessandro Putar. John van der Beek, he's up into 3rd place in the restart, having been a casualty in the first hill climb. And now it's really becoming a quagmire out there. And I can tell you a lot of the drivers as well having great problems with vision. The goggles completely clogged with mud. Mud getting into all parts of the machines. Well, and that just gives you an idea, because that's Diepold. Look at that. He's caked from head to toe in thick cloying mud. And Diepold says, I just can't get anywhere with this. I have had enough. Well, the organisers, we'd had such perfect weather for the weeks preceding this event, and then in the last 3 days we've had virtually non-stop rain, and you can see even during the course of the race conditions changing as the sun comes out, and now as we come towards the finish it's drying out once again. Well, none of it bothered Alessandro Putar, no excuses for him on the as ever relentless Suzuki. Jamie Dobbs having his best result so far in 1990. That's Gert van Doorn, still struggling this season. As we've seen in earlier programmes, injuries have dogged his progress. But Putar, well, he just seems to make a mockery of the treacly, difficult mud here, because he's way out in front, he's clear of danger, his line of vision is clear, no mud on the goggles for him. Alessandro Putar, the king of motocross in 1990 from Italy. Well, it's grueling stuff here, and I can tell you the checkered flag couldn't come soon enough for these brave boys. Leading from start to finish, gives the crowd a wheelie at the end, raises his arms in triumph. It's yet another win on his march to the championship this season. Alessandro Putar. That's the first moto result. Diepold got up into 2nd place. Pekka Fekkonen dropped to 3rd, and Jamie Dobbs, with his best result of 1990, is in 4th place on the Honda. John van der Berg there, the teammate of Putar from the Suzuki team. That's Fekkonen there, the Finn. And you can see from his features, he's not amused. Well, it hardly seemed worth hosing down the machines and clearing off the mud. A change of clothing, and everybody turning out once again for moto number 2 to do it all again. One of the Belgian riders there, number 9, Alex Holford, on a Kawasaki. Don't forget, this is the 250cc class. And the question here as we go to the start for race number 2 is, can anybody here in this international field halt the progress of the Italian heir apparent to the championship, Alessandro Putar? Watch out for him once again. Bike number 71 is the one to watch. And it's Jamie Dobbs, the Englishman, who takes the lead up the first climb. Jamie Dobbs, number 98, there he goes. What a weekend he's having here in Gimont. There's Putar, nearly losing it, and he's well down. Streibos this time is away and racing, and he's in 3rd position. Failed to finish in race number 1. There's Putar, and you can see how close he came there to calamity. Almost coming into contact with our cameraman. And that really is superb riding by Putar. Wrestles the machine to keep it going. To the Streibos, he's in 4th place now. Diepold moves up to 3rd. The battle is well and truly on. And conditions have improved dramatically from race number 1. As you can see, the rain has halted. And underneath that top layer of mud, the track is actually very, very hard. But thank goodness, not as much mud being churned up and thrown into the faces of the pack as we saw in the first moto. Well, whatever the riders might be thinking of it, I can tell you the crowd absolutely loving it. Here's Jamie Dobbs. James Dobb is the leader here, and it's a big one too. Then it's Diepold, the German, number 10. Kawasaki. Putar, 4th place. Phantom was in 3rd there as he went through, just ahead of Alessandro Putar, who's now got ground to make up after very nearly coming to grief on lap 2. There's Van der Berg, well down. He's in 11th position. Well, Dobb really got off to a flyer there on hill number 1, but now you can see he's really coming under pressure. And Rob Herring's going well too, another one of the British drivers here. Mechanics there at the side of the track, you saw, giving support verbally and, of course, communicating valuable information with those leaderboards. But it's Dobb who still leads, and he's ahead of Herring, who's now up into 2nd place. British drivers here, 1 and 2. Roland Diepold is in 5th place, just ahead of Pekka Fekkonen, bike number 2. Johnny van der Berg is now making progress. He's behind Bennett, another Englishman. They're going through, 25. That's van der Berg Suzuki there as he goes over the incline. This is one of the big jumps here in France, and that's where the bulk of the spectators have gathered. And it's really amazing, just in the space of a couple of hours, how the conditions have improved as the rain has stopped. And of course it means they're able to jump much higher and further over those jumps. That's Putar. Putar's up in a 2nd. Is he? He's passed Dobb. Putar takes the lead. He's obviously caught one of the tapes here on the side of the course, but nothing is stopping the Italian. And he's gained 2 places in the space of half a lap. So James Dobb drops to 2nd place as Putar manages to split the 2 English riders. Well, a lap ago, as you saw them coming through, it was Dobb and Herring 1 and 2, Putar 3rd. And then out on the top part of the course, Putar got between the two English riders, and in no time at all, really does have the scent for victory in his nostrils, Alessandro Putar. And once again, as he was in Moto 1, here in Moto 2, it's Putar who leads. And that's the big crowd here in Gimont, showing their enthusiasm for this sport, and why not indeed, when they're seeing a season of superlative racing from this man here on bike number 71. There he is once again in the position that is almost becoming, well, a formality for the Suzuki of Alessandro Putar. Roland Diepold from Germany, this time not into the leading positions, but what about James Dobb? Career best result for him here at Gimont. Third place here in Moto number 2, and that gave him an overall second on the day behind the all-conquering Alessandro Putar. There it is, the result of the second moto. Michel Fonton came up with a late run on the Suzuki to make it 1 and 2. And the standings after 7 rounds, Putar still leads, as he has done throughout the year, ahead of Van der Berg, Strijbos in third place, as we move